Today I want to share with you a song that started off as an underground garage rock anthem and then went on to become a Woodstock showstopper and change the course of rock and roll history forever. It's a 3-chord masterpiece, and it's a perfect example of less is more. So grab your guitar and let's dive into this Wild Thing guitar lesson. We're going to start off with the main riff, and it goes like this. So we're in the key of A here, and we're using just 3 chords. Let me show you those chords. The first one is an A chord, and I play this with only my index finger here in the fretting hand. I play the open 5th string, then the 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, and I mute the high E and the low E strings. I mute that low E with my fretting hand thumb. So that's the A chord, and then we're going to play a D chord, which is from the 4th string down. Open, 2, 3, 2. Again, I'm using my thumb over the top to mute that low E string. You could play the A string if you want, but try and hit just 4 down there for a D with a D in the bass. From there, we've got an E chord. And this is all 6 strings, open, 2, 2, 1, open, open. So we've got A, D, and E. Now the progression is going to go A, D, E, D, and just loop around. It's a 2-bar chord progression. We're going to start by hitting the A chord twice. We'll go 1, 2, and then what I do is I mute and I do a down, up, scratch strum on the and of 2. So it's going to go 1 E and a 2 E and a. Okay, I'm counting there when I say 1 E and a, 2 E and a. I'm counting 16th notes, and that's the groove that's going on in my head, like 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Okay, then 3, we do a down strum that's just muted, and then right after beat 3, we're going to go 3 E and that's going to be on the D chord there. I'm going to do an up, down. So it's 3 E and a. Okay, so backing up, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a. Okay, then on beat 4, I'm going to strum the D down, and then I know I said there's 3 chords, but there's kind of a cheat chord in here, and this is a rock and roll thing. You just hit the open strings, and you do this when you change chords. So from D to E, we're going to hit those open strings. We're going to go. Okay, and that just gets a great sound. You'll hear it in here. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 and. So on the and of 4, 4 and, I hit those open strings, then go to the E chord. Now, when we get to the E chord, we're going to repeat the same rhythm. So that first bar, I'll play it again slow. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 and. We're going to do the same thing again, but going from E to D. So it's going to go 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 and. And again, end with those open strings. So I went 2 strums on the E chord, then 2 muted strums on the E chord. Okay, so 1 E and a, 2 E and then again another muted strum on beat 3, and then right after beat 3 on the E of 3, 3 E and a. It's a little syncopation. 3 E and a. We'll go to the D chord, then 4 and. That's the D chord and the open strings again. Then it repeats back to the A chord. So 1 E, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 and. Then it loops over. So here's the whole riff. Now, when you play those open strings in there, it gets a very bluesy feel to it, like. And that comes from something called the blues scale. And if you haven't worked out this pattern yet on your guitar, you want to be able to play it anywhere on the neck, I want to give you a gift that's going to show you how to do this with just 5 simple patterns. And what it is my free blues scale PDF guide. And just go to jonmcclennan.com/bluescales and you can download this completely for free. It's going to show you the 5 patterns that I use. That way you can work out these scales anywhere on the neck. This is going to help you for soloing. It's going to help you for playing chords, and it's going to help you for just understanding how all of this stuff clicks together. So just go to jonmcclennan.com/bluescales and grab that as my gift to you. Now let's check out the second part. So we come off this, and the rhythm changes here. On the Troggs version, they go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so what I did there was I played the first part of the riff, A, D. Then when you get to the E, you go 1 and 2 and just go down, 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 down. Okay, with the strum hand on all 8th notes. 1 and 2 and then we play those open strings, which is really like a G chord. And then it's like a G over A if you get the A string in there. And then go to the A and then go to those open strings and then back to the A. So it's just sort of alternating. Great sound. Again, a lot of fret hand muting going on with my fret hand. So 3 and 4 and 1. You end up on the downbeat on the A. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So that's the second riff. You just sort of go back and forth there. G, A, G, A. Now, there's one other part that I want to show you, and that's at the very top of the song. We play an E chord in the second bar, so it goes like this. Wow thing, and then you start on the top of the riff there. So what I did there was just play the first half of the main riff, so 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and then when I get to that E, I go 1 and 2 and hold it, and then go and 4 and, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and that's just used to sort of kick us off and get into the song as an intro, and then you just repeat the main riff. Then when you go to the other part, you use part of that as well. So you go. So those are the guitar parts to Wild Thing, and it really shows a great example of the 1, 4, and 5, which this song is in the key of A, and you've got the A chord, which is the 1 chord, the D chord, which is the 4 chord, and then the E chord, which is the 5 chord. And those chords are the most common chords. They're the primary chords in any major key. So take note of that as you practice these chords, and don't forget to grab my free blues scale PDF guide. This is really going to help you connect this stuff on the fretboard and play your own solos and have a ton of fun jamming. Just go to jonmcclennan.com/bluescales and grab that as my gift to you. As always, thanks for watching, and for more rock guitar, check out this video next.